Hi guys, in the next 7 minutes I'll briefly run through all of the functionalities of the ClubBench.com. The system was developed for managing clubs like GAA, soccer, rugby and any other team of sport. This will be a quick introduction video only. For detailed videos of every section, follow up on the YouTube channel. So let's dive in. We start from a user registration of the ClubBench.com. Click login, then register. Fill in your first name, last name, date of birth, email, gender and click register. In a few seconds you will get a confirmation email in your inbox. Click confirm in received email and you'll be redirected to the login page again. After the first successful login, you will receive a pop-up message, Find My Club. Here we are selecting GAA, Europe, Ireland and so on to select your club from the list. Then you can set your role in the club. You can be a player and a coach at the same time on the same or different clubs or even different sports. Then click the submit button. Then we can only wait until the secretary or the registrar of the club will accept us onto the club. In the meantime, we can update your profile picture and some personal data like your education, work, hobbies and even activities. You can also reset your password. By clicking this button, it will indicate what clubs you submitted to. If you're a player or a coach in one or a few different clubs, you can send a request to another club and so on. Well, now let's see what happens behind the scenes in this club secretary's profile. Secretaries are able to overview and manage all the members of the club. At the moment we can see that there's 2 lads trying to join the club. Secretary confirms that they are players and accepts them into the club. Then it makes sense to allocate the 2 new players into the team and proceed to save the changes. Player can be found by the name, filter, age or gender. This is how easy it is to manage the teams. Let's now look at another team has one of a few coaches and players. We can also create a new team. Click on the button new team, we call it under 12 boys. Set gender to male and set age 10 to 12 years old and save the changes. Now the team is ready and we can add the coaches and players into the team. Here we go, so we are adding the coaches to the team. To add players to the team we just click a plus icon as usual. The next section is club facilities. This is the list of every club facility including clubhouses and pitches. Every facility has a name, location, calendar and option for indoors or outdoors. The location can be set with air code. We can also set pictures or plan to each club facility. In the calendar section we can view all the events in the club or filtered by the facility or by the team. We can view in the calendar by date, week or month. On the calendar we can set day off or book all day for some events. Then the club settings section that is available for editing only for a club secretary. Here we can upload the club logo, colours, uniform, etc. Set honours of the club, sponsors. In the committee section the club secretary can manage club committees, add new committees, add or edit members of the committees. Each committee will be visible to all the club members except the committee where visible options set to hidden. So let's log out from the secretary profile and come back to the new player's profile. As the player was accepted to the club, a message will pop up to view terms and conditions of the club player joined. Then the player's dashboard will appear and the player has access to his team, trainings, meetings, as well as to the facilities and the calendar to each facility in the club. If a player is playing for a few clubs, he can request to join another club exactly the same way as they joined the first club. Any player could be in few clubs or even different sports and on different roles, for example player on the club and the coach on another club. Now let's look at probably one of the most interesting parts of the ClubBench.com, which is the coach's profile. The fact that we are in the coach's profile, we can see at the top right corner exactly the same as for the secretary and for a player. At the same corner we can see notifications, status of the coach. On the dashboard we can also read all the notifications and the team that are assigned by the secretary to this coach. Let's click on one of the terms. Inside of the team you can see who is the coach and all the players. A coach can assign or change a player's number and the coach can also assign or change the captain of the team. Let's assign the 2 new lads number 7 and number 6. Click save and as we can see this data was updated immediately. The next section is training. As a coach we can view upcoming trainings. We can also add a new training in a few different ways. The first one is click new training on the blue button on the top right corner. Here we can pull all the training names, data, club, all the facility, pitches or premises. Let's not save it. Click cancel and we will create this training in a different way. Select calendar, click the arrow to view on next week and let's add a training for Tuesday. Double click on the calendar and exactly the same way add a training name. data and time already here. We can adjust it if we like. Select facility name, select training, select the team. We can add description in it and save. Training is created and it should appear on the calendar immediately and visible for all the members of the club, but the members of the team will be notified about this training by email. Then if we click again of this training, we can see the date, time of this training and the location on who is coming and so on. If we edit the training, for example changing date, time or pitch, all of the members of the training will be notified through their dashboard and their emails. So let's look on what the coaches can do in the trainings. The coach can create drills, add drills one by one and allow a designated time for each drill. We can already see that we have 27 minutes of the drills booked for our current training. Let's create another few drills. Coaches are able to see all upcoming trainings in the upcoming section, in the current section of the due in the next half an hour, and complete training that was already completed. I have missed time and my training is already gone to complete it anyway. Coach clicking on the training and the first of probably what coach would like to check attendance. After attendance, coach can start, stop, pause or different drills. At the end of the training, coach is able to see how much time was spent on the drill out of all training section. After training, coach can put mark out of 5 stars, how good the training was. Also can add notes in the description section that will be visible to the club members or a journal section that will be visible only by the coach. Well, this is a very brief introduction what ClubBench can do for your clubs, and for most patient folks who watch the end of this video is a very small surprise. All of our book information absolutely free to subscribe on our YouTube channel.